And we're off. I gotta say, I am most curious to see what kind of route differences we might have. Early on, obviously, we'll be going straight down to Morph Ball. Let's see what we have in Retro Brinstar for us. I believe Sloater's sprite is... I mean, it looks like Maria from Castlevania to me. A little hard to tell. Everybody picking up the best item in the game, Morph Ball. Very, very important. Vanilla Awakening Missile. And some Ceiling Power Bombs. That does not hurt to have.
Okay, now that my OCD has been satisfied for in-sync stuff, what all have I missed? Oh, a Morph Ball. Surprise!
I am happy that we already have our first little divergence. To determine if there's going to be a loss of time. Ooh, Speed Booster!
And yes, you guys
Old Mother
do
Brain having some missiles.
hear a fate, and so it looks like Zeb's going behind where you pick up the Morph Ball, along with bennergetic doing the same.
We did see Sloaters pick up some power bombs there.
So
missing out on the Speed Booster, but getting a bit of a head start on the way out. Nobody making the play of going straight into Brinstar. Would definitely be
and we've got
tough to get
high
past
jump
those.
boots for Sloaters at 230 missiles.
Now that's some pretty heavy movement stuff early on. For all we know, we'll see Space Jump at Bomb Tories. Be a nice little theme for Criteria. Well, it's more power bombs. I think that's an okay takeaway.
And that puts Sloaters at all the power bombs he's going to need for the rest of the seed, too. I don't imagine he's going to pick them up, at least not on purpose. And Ben's about to get his high jump boots.
Sloaters. Gonna go up and do Gauntlet. Going to have to be careful up there with no additional health. Does not take long. Oh, I'm getting scared. I'm saving lives right now. And Criteria Powerbomb has some super missiles for us. Also super missiles in the front of Gauntlet. And we'll finish our suite for weapons. Oh, 1 health. That's about as low as you can go. We get to very quickly find us in the back. Space Jump is in Criteria. That is amazing. Moo has that knowledge. Probably going to come back for that a little bit later.
And that's basically all our movement.
Bennergetic can be very excited to see Space Jump coming out the back.
And Sloaters getting the perfect timed E-Tank. I don't think you could do that anymore.
Gauntlet is not playing nice today.
And Ben out.
A reserve tank below the bridge and Brimstone. We're seeing a lot of power bombs. Well, Moo picks up some supers as well. Zeb discovering Space Jump.
That's a good question. Do you think Sloaters goes for the Billy Mays now that it's in Logic?
It would be pretty convenient to wrap back up after grabbing the Green Hill pipe. Especially if it gives us anything that might point us towards Rick's ship. Speed Booster was in Billy Mays.
And 2 E-Tanks at the Edicoons. So now they're starting to get into the health. And Ben sees that there's that space jump there now.
Realizing it was probably the correct play to go up to Gauntlet. Likely going to come back later. I know I wouldn't mind having all that energy this early in a seed. Edicoon power bombs having morph bomb, very nice.
So with that death for bennergetic, it actually almost puts this as Sloaters versus Moo and bennergetic versus Zeb, because they're almost screen for screens at some of this stuff.
Seems like Brinstar has all of the energy tanks today.
Another E-tank at Mission Impossible. At this rate, it's gonna be hard to keep up, Smokey. And a very nice first try for the wavegate glitch.
Poor reserve tank always gets left behind. Have some vanilla supers behind Spellsbow.
And more power bombs.
Be interested to see if one of our runners who picked up speed decides to go take a look at water.
So does Sloaters go for Billy Mays here, do you think, before really diving down Red Tower? Especially with the power bombs that's dropped? Spring Ball.
Interesting find. You got a couple of options there, right? You're going to be looking to do those checks either on your way up now and go down Red Tower, or you'll probably go up Red Tower here and then make your way back down. It makes a nice little... Not having anything making you want to go to do wreck ship can change that fairly easily. Looks like we are going to get a waterway check here.
And it looks like an X-ray check from Sloaters.
I like the way that sprite looks with Space Jump.
Varia! Oh, I gotta remember that with the restream, I'm ahead of you guys.
That is an amazing find. And unfortunately is just going to push Sloaters further and further away from finding Speed Booster.
And Toasty in with the raid. And it looks like everyone's just kind of following that same path, so we just have Sloaters working on getting that super missile so he can check Spazer Beam.
Oh, Moomoo's decided to go up Red Tower. So we'll get the Alpha and Beta checks.
And super missile for a pack of super missiles.
Nice damage boost. And screw attack.
Screw attack. And we see Zeb picking up his spring ball. Screw was at alpha PBs, right?
Yep. And now for beta.
Ben picking up his spring ball. And we've got Zeb going into X-ray as well.
The seat's putting a little bit of spring in everybody's step.
Very nice quick kill from Sloaters.
Zeb has their Varia.
Yep, we see Zeb finding that sweet Varia suit. Which with Moo not checking X-ray and being up towards wrecked ship area or the ship itself, they're gonna have a hard time finding it. Ben also making the same play to go up Red Tower.
Space Jump was back of Gauntlet. Ocean missiles being a little more super than normal.
And we see Sloaters headed towards ice, while Zeb is headed straight for Kraid.
Can you imagine if Gravity Suit ends up being an Upper Warfare?
But we see Gravity right there.
Oh,
Speak and ye shall receive.
Sloaters cannot be further away from finding Speed Booster right now.
So I guess for us, we really hope that he picks up ice then. And we see Grapple Beam in Wreck Ship. And Zeb headed into his Kraid fight. And also a very nice Kraid quick kill. And Moo already in the Phantom fight. And bennergetic's going for his space jump. Looks like Mumu having a little bit of trouble with that Fantoon, getting awfully low. And an E-Tank and Cathedral.
And Fantoon's down. Well, a lot of health could be good in case you, I don't know, want to do lower Norfair with very little equipment.
Bennergetic picking up his grapple beam as well. So it's interesting to see that the two that went up Red Tower are both in wrecked ship, and they're both missing the two suits, because we know the two suits are in the
X-ray and ice beam.
those ones, yes. Looks like Zeb's going for his gravity.
Mumu deciding we have enough power bombs for this seed.
And Bennergetic going into the Ghost Elephant fight as well. Ooh, Crumble Tower is just missiles.
And Wave Beam, very nice pickup.
Oh, and the spikes hitting Mumu pretty hard. Oh no!
Oh, wow.
Way too close for comfort. Ooh, and a very nice crystal flash from Mumu. Not wanting to take any chances.
Those sparks can be a little bit unpredictable when you have no damage protection. I believe that's a one-hit kill, 20.
And Fantoon is down. Sloaters headed straight into the lower Norfair. Oh, and Zeb already down there.
Nice shine spark through the towers. And we see Bennergetic just following the same path that Mumu did and about to be really disappointed. Well, Wreck Ship E-Tank is one of those things where you just feel obligated to check it because having to come back is too punishing.
Unless you're Jay. We all know Jay bails. Every time.
Back for power bombs of shame later. It was only good things, Jay, I promise.
And Moo grabbing those supers.
Well, when you don't have charge beam, don't think you want to stop before 70. And we have missiles of shame today. Zeb has some ammo to spare for Ridley, can just total 7 shot before having to resort to missiles or power bombs.
And we see Sloaters just about ready to dive into that same Ridley fight. And we've got bowling on Moomoo's side. And that's one.
And Ridley's down. Energy tank probably isn't the reward you're looking for when you finish Ridley, but at least it's vanilla.
And we see wreck ship reserves as just super missiles. And gravity is more energy for these guys.
Sloaters starting the Ridley fight.
It's interesting to see how, of these 4 racers, they're kind of mirroring each other on the diagonals for pathing choices and item pickups.
That was a very, very smooth Ridley fight.
And now we got bennergetic going bowling. Everyone's favorite pastime. Except when you're stuck in quarantine.
Moo gonna go pick up that space jump.
And Ben's about to be disappointed again. We know that they just need to go for gravity at ice. And then they both need to also hit X-ray for their various suits. Grabbing that space jump. So from here, where does Moo go?
With neither suit, it's not much you can do. You'd probably start heading down, check your lower Norfair or upper Norfair location. Likely find Vario along the way.
And we see Zeb doing that bubble mountain check and not finding much for us, just 3 packs of missiles. And charge beam in jail. With an E-tank at Climb Supers, and another set of power bombs. And Ice Beam is at the bottom of Bubble Mountain. Very nice find. And Ben almost saying nope to that Varia suit, having to make sure he saw it correctly.
Well, you know, it's a tough call. You have this much energy, you might consider doing a Variolist lower Norfair.
You are a braver soul than I am. So that now opens up all of Norfair, most Norfair for bennergetic. Hopefully he decides to go for that ice pretty quick. And Sloater's doing that bubble mountain check, so he's definitely going to find the ice beam. And then we're just on the lookout for plasma.
Zeb just pixels off the main street Shinesburg for some missiles.
And here we see Moo going for the Varia as well. Embed headed into Kraid. Sloater's seeing that ice beam and turning right around.
It's a nice beam to have.
Ooh, and plasma at the aqueducts.
That is exciting.
And here we've got bennergetic headed into his Kraid fight. While Zeb is getting ready to do Batwoon. Oh, and missing the Kraid quick kill.
So close.
So let's all go dancing, shall we?
Takes 2 to tango.
And is rewarded with those missiles. And Moo and bennergetic getting ready to do a high five for us.
Well, I just realized Sloater still doesn't have Speed Booster and can't grab that plasma beam.
But does have ice to be able to get the ice clip here. And first try. To be expected. Mumu headed into his Kraid fight while Zeb is in Dragon.
Bennergetic about to find gravity.
Now at this point, knowing how soon you got Space Jump and knowing where Varia is and finding gravity here, do you feel behind?
Almost definitely. There weren't too many options for where to go to begin with. If you start looking at it within logic, there's just really nowhere else you could go. Right? Space Jump puts X-Ray right there for you. You can't feel bad about the decision to go up and clear Red Tower first, but probably not too happy after. Reverse full halfie coming up for Zeb.
Very nicely done. We see Sloaters in the Dragon fight. And Mumu about to find his gravity. Now Zeb headed straight, probably booking it straight for Wreck Ship at this point.
And Sloaters has Dragon down.
I just realized Zeb is only missing Fantoon. I need to pay attention better. But that does mean he won't be finding Charge or Wave.
Puts us in a very tight position for ammo, but we do have just enough.
Ooh, and do we see
Wait,
the lava spark from bennergetic?
Very nicely done.
CJ, that's how it's done. So bennergetic on his way down to fight Ridley.
Where earlier we had Sloaters and Zeb in Lower Norfair, it's now Bennergetics and Mumu's.
Zeb picking up his grapple beam.
Gravity suit was an ice beam. It's a mastery. Oh, I love it.
Oh boy. Oh, and Sloater's going for that snail clip, which means he'll be finding that plasma and be super excited.
That was amazing.
So, yeah, he's not going to be looking for ammo or anything after this point. Full beam combo.
So, what exactly is Speed Booster? Why do we need that?
It's this thing that changes your suit's color if you push the run button long enough. It's very good for aesthetics.
I do like blue.
That's a very good point. If Sloaters can do the stand-up, he's got more than enough energy for it.
So I'm fairly close to done with Fantoon.
Do we see a sub
Nice
50?
spike keg out from Moo.
Bennergetic killing the first one with the echoes. And Fantoon down for Zeb.
Simultaneous Ridley fights.
It doesn't work to try and breathe water.
Probably does if you have a gravity suit.
If you decide and figure out how to make one, please let me know. And Ridley down for Moo.
Definitely very quick fights at this point. Ammo situation is much better.
And a Ridley down for bennergetic as well. Moo skipping out on that E-tank, feeling plenty confident. But Ben picking it up, wanting that little bit of extra insurance. Very nice quick fight of Fantoon from Sloaters.
That E-tank pickup actually put all of our runners at 8. It's nice and even.
Well, I mean, some of them are at 99, so it really isn't that even.
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds a bit odd.
Why do I even try? So at this point, it's just a mad dash for who can take care of Mother Brain quicker. That full beam combo, or enough missiles.
And that's what I'm curious about. Zeb running down, I almost feel like either my math just isn't quite panning out, or we're going to have to break the glass and come back, or maybe
No,
we
he's got
just
plenty
missed
of ammo
picking.
for it. Plenty of ammo. Especially with the ice and being able to do the Zeb skip. Watching the arm pumps from Sloaters is just so entertaining. Oh no! Moo
Bennergetic
not
also
checking the
skipping charge
jail.
beam.